Police are monitoring the situation in Marikana in the northwest. This follows protest action at Sibanye mine yesterday. Escalating tensions between the community and some mine workers have allegedly led to a shootout. It's understood members of an established crisis committee attempted to close the mine weeks ago because employees' demands had not been addressed. Let me take you to eNCA's Aviwe Mtila, who is in Marikana and joins us now for an update on that situation. And Aviwe, a bit earlier on, we tried to have a conversation with a representative of Sibanye, and we had difficulties with that. So I think you can pick up from there. What is the side of the story from the mine's perspective?
Yes, indeed, Bratulas. I've got Tabisile Pumo from Sibanye Stillwater. Remember, the bone of contention is the 3,500 jobs that some community members are demanding around the mines in Marikana. The mine itself says it doesn't have those jobs, so they took to the Roland shaft yesterday, blocking off there, where chaos then ensued after, and some of the community members were injured. I'm going to pick up with Sis Tabisile. Thank you for joining us once again, Sis Tabisile. But on our way to this office, we saw a lot of security nyalas, at least 4 or 5. What are your plans to contain the situation?
We are currently monitoring the situation because we can confirm that after the skirmishes last night, there has been calm. In fact, we are able to have our day shift going on today. So the way we hope that we can contain the situation is to call the leaders back on the table, but also ensure that the kind of messages they send to the communities are the correct message, and they don't mislead them with offering jobs that are not available at our organization.
So they're blaming for the scuffle that happened last night the security forces, the community members saying security employed by Sibanye Stillwater. What's your understanding of what happened?
We can confirm that there was no involvement in terms of the skirmishes by our security forces. In fact, on site last night, there were no shots. You will recall that they had blocked the entrance to the mine, preventing our day shift employees from leaving. However, there were skirmishes that we believe happened with what could be some of our employees at a bus stop, but we are still investigating the matter to determine the causes. And it's important to highlight that after the incident, people dispersed and we were not able to see whether there were people injured or people that were hurt at that point in time. But it's also important to appreciate that the leaders, or rather some of the members of the communities, actually burned a vehicle that had some of our security personnel, resulting in some of them sustaining minor injuries, but obviously the vehicle badly torched. We are appealing to community leaders to be responsible in this regard, but to appreciate that there are processes that need to follow, and most importantly, they cannot promise jobs that do not exist and incite communities with false information.
You've had 4 meetings with these community members. They demand 3,500 jobs. You say there aren't any jobs from Sibanye Stillwater. How do we ensure then that going forward we don't see another Marikana?
Well, it's important to highlight that we only got to hear about this forum only in March. We have community engagement structures in place where all the leaders in those structures appreciate the recruitment process. They know as and when we recruit, and there are channels that we're using. So we are appealing to them to follow the same channels instead of using violence to arm wrestle jobs that at this point, in terms of the 3,500 number, do not exist.
Thank you very much. Tabisile Pumo from Sibanye Stillwater, just following up after the chaos that happened at the Marikana operations, just at the Roland shaft, where some of the community members were injured. Some of those injuries we saw ourselves. So we're monitoring the situation on the ground, but it is quite calm at the moment.
All right, thank you for that. Look out for more of Aviwe Mtila's reporting on that concerning situation throughout the day here on eNCA. To this now.